Feel English.
Try to read the sentence one more time.
Repeat for the second time.
So we're still looking for one more.
It's just a similar sound.
200 million people.
That phrase, is it talking about time?
Controlling them, you have to be very specific.
So David, how does this work?
Okay, please repeat. So David, how does this work?
David, how does this work?
One more.
This class is very helpful for improving my pronunciation and also correcting my speech accent. So David, how does this work?
Okay, remember she's a woman and her voice is a little higher.
Okay.
So you have to make the question higher again.
So David, how does this work?
Okay, good. Could you please repeat? China is facing growing economic challenge.
China is facing growing economic challenge and caring for its aging population. I'm enjoying this class every day very much.
So I remember I told you before you have to do the posing.
Yes.
It's a report, so you have to give them information.
Okay.
So when you're giving information, you have to emphasize other things. Example, let's try to go with 200 million people.
Okay. She's very kind and very helpful and very supportive.
And of course, try to emphasize the age of 60 years.
Yes.
And what else do you think we should emphasize when, example, we are giving a report?
Ballooning population?
Yes, exactly, because this is the purpose of this article or report.
Yes.
What else?
Elderly population.
Okay, elderly population.
Caring.
Yes,
The last part.
caring.
Caring for the elderly.
Exactly. So all the things that we were able to underline, you have to emphasize them. So let's try. We will check the following. A while back you mentioned about how do we read this?
The country.
Okay, very good. And of course you're pausing. Example when we say specifying, suggesting.
Now specifying, suggesting that Chinese needs to look closer to their parents and even live with them. So actually I want to have a her class next time again.
Okay, please repeat. You mentioned this year.
By this year.
So let's go to the next part, reporter 1.
So, is it understood? Yes. You can replace the subject with another one, with another adjective, and then the rest of the day will be the remaining time. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, what does it mean? The hotel is booked for the rest of the month. We cannot make reservations for the entire month. Is it clear? Yes. Questions? No. Okay. Next.
Number 2. Will there be an interpreter at this meeting?
Did you say it, Tony? Article. Okay, synonym for translator.
Will there be an interpreter at this meeting? A.
Yes, 2 people will help translate for us.
What did she say? Verb? Object. Who's the object? Auxiliary.
B.
There will be 2 meetings this morning.
C.
Yes, we will meet at intermission.
We will meet. Okay, so what's the best answer? Interpret, translate. Synonymous. And why is B wrong? Not 2 meetings. And it answers the question when. C is wrong because no connection and it's just a similar sound. Interpreter, intermission.
Try to tell me the answer later on. So it says here, applicants should present the degree from their university, blank, their academic background can be improved.
Answer is B.
So we need conjunction. Yes, that's why you answered so that. Now for our next number, it says here, senior executives reminded us that it is blank to complete all projects before the end of the year. And that is, we need an adjective here. But we actually need the right adjective. We have an adjective which means of the utmost important.
Vital.
Yes. Try to read the sentence one more time.
Senior executive reminded us
that it is vital to complete all projects before the end of the year.
It is important. So
Okay.
taking a look at the meaning of that vocabulary. So moving on, it says there, the new apparel line that will be launching in mega stores this fall is being passionately blanked by its patrons.
Be adjusted.
Adjusted. Now let's try to take a look at the meaning of some of our vocabs first. What does it mean by the vocabulary apparel?
Clothing.
Alright, exactly. What does it mean by patrons?
The customer.
One who buys goods, right? So that's a thing. Now, in this case, we have a verb means to wait for, or to expect, or to hope. Among these vocabs,
Awaited.
awaited. So it's the most appropriate vocabulary to be used here.
Hi, I'm taking TOEIC class. I really like this class because teacher is helpful every time. Whenever I forgot to do homework, teacher sometimes forgive me and I really enjoy his class.
Yes, I think I know the road. That would be the best one. Thanks. Could you tell me, will all their services be free?
Are their services free?
You need to be vaccinated before any trips abroad. You won't have to pay for this.
Are they going to pay for it or not?
No.
No. Why? If we listen to
Here's
it
the
again.
doctors make. Let me see what it says about the Shoreline Centre. If you need to be vaccinated before any trips abroad, you won't have to pay for this.
If you need vaccinations, if you will be going abroad, you don't need to pay for it. Answer, letter E. So we're still looking for one more.
Treatment service operates on a paying basis.
Letter C, sports injury therapy. It works on a paying basis.
Shoreline are hoping to do this soon.
Letter A, acupuncture. Is it free or on a paying system?
Paying
system.
Okay, paying system also. So they mentioned it is a pay-to-use service. And now we still have letter B and letter D.
And finally, if you need to prove you're healthy or haven't had any serious injuries before a new employer will accept you, you can get a free fitness checkup.
For having a medical checkup, that would be for
free.
Okay,
but
for
have
free.
to pay insurance.
We don't have insurance among the choices.
Yeah.
So for questions 5 and 6, the answer are letters B and D. No more than 2 words and or a number.
Yeah.
This subject or this talk is very useful for people with asthma or heart
Disease.
The speaker mentioned heart disease. However, on your handouts, you have there the word problems. We're looking for one word and that would be heart. Questions for number 7? None. Number 8.
There's also a talk for families with children.
So that's the end of section 1, questions 1 to 10.
No.
Questions? None. That's clear. Now let's move on to section 2, questions 11 to 20.
13 euro, so we have here. So good job here. You wrote about because it's not really exact. So you have to use an approximation. Euro in January 2006, and it sharply rose during a year. You used the expression sharply rose.
I used went up.
There, so it sharply rose during a year. So that's during a year, 2006 to 2007.
Yes.
Did you say it peaked in the beginning of second year, which is 2007? Is this a comma or a period?
Comma.
Okay, so beginning of second year, the price reached its peak at around 32 euro. 32 euro. Okay, there. Although this fluctuated between about 30 euro, we will rephrase this part. Okay, second peak. Peaked for the second time. So not so far from the first, right?
Yes.
After the second peak, the price suddenly declined to around 8. I think here, since the decline is very, very sharp, we have to use an expression that will mention. Okay. Okay, there. Correct. The decline is really, really sharp.
Teacher always correct my sentence directly and have much ideas. It's very helpful for me. After I met my teacher, she helped me a lot.
What is your opinion about parental control in TV and internet? Your time starts now. You have 15 seconds, remember?
So I can speak much better than before. Parents control their using computer or TV is good because it is helpful for them.
We're talking about parental control. It's not controlling them, but controlling on what? Right, controlling them. You have to be very specific. Another question. Attending classes and learning from school is better than getting information outside the class. Do you agree or disagree? Time starts now. Did you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand, but I'm confused.
Attending classes and learning from school is it better than getting information outside the class? Okay, I'll give you a chance. Okay, one more.
They can learn correct information from the school.
Any idea? Okay. You mentioned the word information twice.
What?
You mentioned the word information twice, which shouldn't be, right? I told you. Misunderstanding information or misinformation? Which one?
Misinformation.
Okay.
It's better.
Your ideas are not relevant.
No.
Your examples as well. All right, let's have another practice.
Start with your mistake. So, number 1. Our topic for the first passage is Max Weber. So the question is, what is closest in meaning to by the same token? Your answer was?
My answer was at the same time.
The answer is for the same reason. So please read that sentence.
Capitalism could never be successful in the East because of the people's realism.
Okay, so read the phrase or sentence before that word or before that phrase.
The answer?
That phrase, is it talking about time?
Theory.
Okay, so it's talking about a theory or it's talking about a reason.
Yes.
So it's not actually letter B. Number 2, your answer was?
My answer was A.
A. According to paragraph 1, which of the following is true about the Protestant ethic?
Yes.
So letter A. So A, C, and D are false. Letter B is the only correct option. So why is letter A false? It implies that differences in cultures result in different religious ethics. A is not actually talking about Protestant ethic. In the passage, Protestant ethic refers to the religious activities. Weber described this one in the Protestant ethic. So the Protestant ethic is a generalization of all the religious and social actions of Western people. So letter A is not actually talking about Protestant ethic, which is found in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th line of the first paragraph.
Whenever I have a problem or trouble, thanks to his explanation, I improved my understanding skill and I improved my reading skill.
Feel English.